So I'm Eduardo Vega. I'm Executive Director with the Mental Health Association of San Francisco. I also direct the Center for Dignity, Recovery, and Empowerment, which is an international technical assistance training and research center associated with programs for people living with mental health conditions. I was a fairly typical kid in some ways, even though I was sort of on the nerdy side, I guess. I did have issues with depression from the time I was young, but my depression, I think, really became fairly strong when I was in junior high and my first year of high school. But I was also at that time exposed to drugs, and so I ended up developing quite an intense drug habit over the next couple of years. Over time, that became sort of more serious. I was kicked out of school again as a result of that, and then also, even though I went into a hospital, I went to a combination psychiatric and drug rehab program when I was in high school. It didn't really take, and I was subsequently also kicked out of college, my first college experience. Sometime later, I made my first suicide attempt, and then it was almost directly after that I decided to go back into drug treatment, and I went and started recovery in that when I was about 20. A couple of things happened at that time. Amongst others, it became known within my circle of friends that I had tried to kill myself. I had been fired from my job, and I was still actually at that time planning to go on to kill myself. But I had a fortunate circumstance in which my landlady was a very nice person and ran a program for severely disabled people. And she realized that I had lost my job and probably wasn't doing too well. But she offered me a job working at one of her programs as a part-time fill-in person. And so I did that. Meanwhile, I was still kind of planning or recreating other plans to end my life. And when I started actually doing this work, it really changed my point of view. It was a real turning point for me because I came to realize that I could actually make a positive difference in other people's lives. Being able to connect with somebody else and see and experience their gratitude and that sort of momentary ability of me to make a positive connection with somebody and a positive impact, despite how badly I was feeling about myself, really engaged my hope for recovery. This kind of transformation kind of happened relatively quickly, really over the course of just a month or two. I started also, I think, really focusing on a more deliberate spiritual practice. Started to view myself differently and start to view myself as, possibly an instrument for creating good rather than a sort of broken human vehicle, so to speak. So I still have times of difficulty in terms of intense symptoms of depression, sometimes panic-related symptoms, etc. But over time, the thing that has made the most difference to me and that I think is the most important for people like me who live with mental health conditions is this conviction that you have a purpose, a sense of connection to others, and that you exist within the context of a community in which you are valued or even needed. To any men that are facing these challenges, I think the important thing is to know that you can get through things. You're probably stronger than you think you are. Most of us are. And in addition, you've got people out there that are depending on you. No matter how badly you feel about yourself, or in a certain sense, no matter how much pain you're in, I'm convinced that you have the ability to get through this. And what's more, you can pass on the lessons that you learn along your path of recovery to others by showing compassion, learning patience, and learning the skills that everyone needs in order to be and grow better as a human.